Hello guys, this is Mantrix Ray, and I'm showing you some resolution comparisons between native 1440p versus native PS2. I'll be showing you some frame rate tests and also the best settings for TimeSplitters Future Perfect. So for this game we are using large frame buffer, a custom resolution as I mentioned, bilinear PS2, anisotropic filtering, mip mapping is off, CRT hack is full safest. And in here I have skip draw 1. Now this game is extremely mixed on having skip draw on completely or off completely. Now I'll have to show you real quick because the game is not perfect, unfortunately, and I'm using 1.5.0 December version. FXAA is on, and okay, now since this is TimeSplitters, the first two did the exact same thing where MTVU does not work at all. If you use MTVU, which is a hack, which you need more than 3 cores, I have 6 cores, to make it speed up the game and keep this frame rate consistent. But unfortunately, this game does not like it. It actually crashes instead of working. So let's quickly show you. Now I've just already got the game booted up here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do some resolution comparisons. So as you see, the game renders at 512 by 448, and that's quite normal for a PS2 game. And let's have a quick look at the native PS2, and I'll flick to native 1440p, and yeah, we'll have a quick comparison. Now, there's one thing you need to know as well is the campaign is extremely demanding compared to the custom games I'm playing in, the arcade mode. So if you do play campaign, and since MTVU does not work in this game, you really need to rely on a good CPU for this to work, so get rid of that. Alright, now, this is obviously native PS2. The game targets at 60 frames, by the way, for software and hardware mode. My counter's on the top left, should be that way for you guys where I'm pointing. Yeah, so the game targets 60 frames, and on both of them, which is obviously amazing. Now, this is what it looks like. Now when I go to native 1440p, as you see, with skip draw 1, the colors are completely different, like the shadowing's different, the whole, look of the atmosphere is completely different compared to, software mode. Now with skip draw 1, the problem with skip draw is, I'll show you, actually, you know what, I'll show you at the end of this video if you guys want to stick around. But with skip draw 1, it eliminates all the artifacts on the screen. Like sometimes you'll see like a top left, on the top left, maybe it's that way for you guys because face game's mirrored. It has a weird artifact on the screen, as you see it right there. Where was I standing? Oh, it's gone now. Anyway, yeah, there it is, it's back again. You can't really get rid of that. The only way to fix that up is to play on software mode, but if you want to play on hardware mode, just completely ignore it. It's not too terribly annoying. There were some more artifacts on the screen that were actually visible if you had skip draw turned off. But if you have skip draw turned off, you can't play the game at native 2560 by 1440 because it actually blurs up the whole screen. It has a weird double buffer image glitch where it looks like there's 2 images on the screen, except one's blurred off a little bit. It's hard to explain. So we'll have another look at this real quick. Now, as you see, we're actually in this area now. There is a lot of aliasing on the screen because we're only playing with a small amount of pixels. Like if you look at this way, you can see there's a bunch of it. If you do want to eliminate, if you do want to keep the game at a consistent frame rate for campaign, I would turn on 8-bit texture since I'm using anisotropic filtering. But right now, in arcade mode, on any computer really, it should have no drops at all. The game holds up really well, as you see. I haven't really dropped any frames at all. We'll go back to native 1440p, and as you see, this game absolutely looks beautiful at 1440p. Holds up really well, as you see. And we're back here again. But other than that, yeah, so I'm actually going to quickly show you guys what skip draw looks like. Actually, hold up, I'll show you this real quick. There's an artifact on the top left there. Let's quickly speed this up. Now, this is a problem. If you have skip draw enabled, you're going to run into this issue where basically the game loses color, and if you want to actually play the game without losing color, I'll show you. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to here and turn it off. You can set the skip draw to 2 as well, but it doesn't really do much. It's the same. But if you set the skip draw to 3, you're going to find a lot of issues. Now, as you see that massive artifact on my screen? It's right there. It's all right in front of me. It should be very visible for you guys. When I go closer to it, it actually runs away from me. Plus the screen is very, very blurry now, even at 1440p, as you see my dimensions right there. But yeah, and if I go back here, now you can see the colors perfectly fine. So if you are going to download this on the PCSX2, make sure you just flick between 1 and 0. It's really up to you. If you're a casual player, this might be very annoying, but we tested the frame rate. It holds up really well. As I said, the campaign is extremely demanding. There are some levels that just don't like holding up really well at all, so it's a bit mixed right now. This game is not kind of ready for campaign, even on the 1.5.0 December version. Just stick to arcade and enjoy it that way. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, see you later. Thank you for watching.